Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're going to be taking a look again at some commons to look out for in your bulk. These will be commons that are over $1 and maybe just maybe they're hiding in your bulk, or you're someone like me who buys a ton of collections and you could use these cards to maybe trade out for cards you actually want. With that being said, let's get started with today's list. First card is Sunscape Familiar from Planeshift. This card is currently sitting at $7.46 for its market price, and its average price is $4.51. And this card actually sees most of its play right now in the Pauper format and Familiars decks. However, it does see some Commander play in decks like Arcadis the Strategist and Catilda and Lear. Next up here is Glint Hawk from Scars and Mirrodin. This common card is currently sitting at $1.55 for its market price, and its average price is $2.49. Now this card also sees most of its play in the Pauper format in a variety of decks, like Jeskai Affinity, Boros Synthesizer, Mardu Synthesizer, as well as Orzhov Ephemerate decks. And I used to pull a ton of these cards out of my bulk from Scars and Mirrodin, so definitely one to look out for if you do have some Scars and Mirrodin bulk. Next up here is Carand Feeder from Scourge. This card is currently sitting at $1.57 for its market price, and its average price is $1.55. Now this card did have quite a few printings, and they all range between about $1 all the way up to the most expensive copy, which is a Secret Lair series copy, sitting at $19.45. However, it was also reprinted in Eternal Masters, so definitely one to pick out from that set as well, sitting at $1.53. Now this card mostly sees play in the Commander format in decks like Willhead the Rock Cleaver, Teysa Karlov, and also Kirk Son of Yawgmoth. Next common card here is Goblin War Strike from Scourge. This card is currently sitting at $1 for its market price, so it does check out. However, its average price is $1.07. Now this card did have one other printing that's a lot more expensive, and it's the Portal Second Age copy, which is a lot more rare, obviously. It is sitting at about $2.87 for its market price, and its average price is $2.81. Now a card that really loves this in the Commander format is Krenko Mob Boss, because it taps to create more 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, and Goblin War Damage is a sorcery that deals damage equal to the number of goblins you control the target player. And I've actually won with this card in so many Commander games, definitely utilizing Krenko Mob Boss for that ultimate ability. And it also sees play in other Commander decks like Krenko Baron of Tin Street, which is a new card we got in Murders at Karlov Manor. Next up is Crimson Acolyte from Invasion. This card is currently sitting at $2.34 for its market price, and its average price is $3.02. Now this card does see most of its play as well in the Pauper format, definitely is a theme for today's video, in decks like Jeskai Affinity, Azorius Affinity, Walls Combo, and even Boros Synthesizer decks, so definitely one to pull out from your bulk if you have a ton of Invasion stuff. Next up here is Blood Celebrant from Legions, another card that's sitting just over $1, sitting at $1.26 for its market price, and its average price is $1.28. And this card doesn't see a lot of play in the Pauper format, however it sees a ton of Commander play, and the Commander that utilizes this card the most is Kirk Son of Yawgmoth. Next up is Stutter Sprite from Lorwyn. This card is currently sitting at $4.05 for its market price, and its average price is $4.16. And this card did have quite a few printings, and they all range between $3.51, which is the version on the list, which is the cheapest copy, and the most expensive, which is the F&M promo copy, sitting at $15.49. However, it's had some other printings like Jumpstart 2022, Modern Masters, and Modern Masters, so definitely be on the lookout for this card in those sets as well. This card sees a ton of Pauper play right now in Dimir Fairies, as well as Izzet Fairies, and even Familiars decks. However, it does see a lot of modern play in Blue-Red Control, and of course the Commander format in decks like Alea, Cunning Conqueror. Next card here is Needle Drop. And this card from Lorwyn is currently sitting at $2.60 for its market price, and its average price is $2.62. Now this card sees most of its play in the Pauper format in decks like Burn, however it does see some Commander play in decks like Odric Zonal Deepest Might, which is a new Commander, and also other Commanders like Urbrask and Gyrson Starn Kellermorph. Next card here is Fanatical Devotion from Nemesis. This common card is currently sitting at $1.08 for its market price, and its average price is $1.14. Now this card sees most of its play in the Commander format in decks like Teysa Karlov and Atla Pliny Nest Tender. Next is Slime Against Humanity from Murders at Karlov Manor. This common card is currently sitting at $3.74 for its market price, and its average price is $4. However, it might drop a little bit after the release, but still a very expensive common card to pull out from your bulk from the latest set. This card is seeing some commander play actually right now in decks like Riku of 2 Reflections, Omori the Collector, which is an Ooze commander, and also Avi Progenitor Ooze, which is also another Ooze commander. Definitely a theme with this card. Next up here is Vitalize from Weatherlight. This card is currently sitting at $1.07 for its market price, and its average price is $1. And this card had one other printing, and it's from Classic 6th Edition, currently sitting at 88 cents for its market price, and its average price is 96 cents. Now this card does see most of us play in the Commander format, and the Commander that likes this card the most is Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Next up here is Phyrexian Walker from Visions. This card is currently sitting at $1.54 for its market price, and its average price is $1.61, and is a great card for 0 mana, and it's a 0/3 creature, which is an artifact creature, and it's great for any sort of defender commander deck. And this card actually does see a lot of play in the Pauper format as well in decks like Azorius Affinity. However, it also sees some commander play in decks like Winota Joiner of Forces and Yuriko the Tiger Shadow. And our final common card on today's list is Priest of Titania from Urza's Saga. This common card is currently sitting at $4.94 for its market price, and its average price is $5.75. This card did have quite a few printings, and they all range between about $3 to the most expensive copy, which is the F&M promo, which is $116.60. But it's had other printings as well that you can find in your bulk, like Commander 2014, Commander Anthology, and also the Mystery Booster version of the card, which is sitting at about $5.55. This card does see a ton of Pauper play in Elves decks, obviously, and it does see some Commander play as well in decks like Voya Jaws of the Conclave, which is a new card from Murders at Karlov Manor, and of course Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video, and let me know down below in the comment section, are there any common cards that I missed on today's list that you'd like to see on the next common bulk video? I'd love to know your thoughts about that down below in the comment section, and also let me know if these videos do help you. It's the whole point of these videos. If you do buy a lot of collections like me, you probably want to know the value of your bulk, and you want to know the value of some commons that you can pull out to potentially trade or sell on TCG Player. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. With that being said, here's the patrons for the ending of the video. Thanks guys so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.